Nice.
Needs one more push and you could probably get your stops to break even.
I'll say like, there's your 10 pips. Gonna move my stops to break even here, making this a risk-free trade chat. Hey, what's going on, guys? Make sure you guys subscribe, turn your noise on, and leave a like for future videos. Catch you guys there. Peace. Yeah, chat. We need hopefully this is what we're expecting. We're expecting price to drive down here, something like this, driving down towards that support. This is a perfect closure. I'll need a decent top wick. If it's like, again, like I wouldn't mind if it's like something like that's 2-3 pips. But I just need a top wick. If we were to flip here and then reflip, I'll be comfortable taking that position, driving price down. So let's see if we can get that top wick here. I tried to have this again.
Don't you dare start. No, this is your fault, Andre. This is what you get.
I knew it.
It's breaking the weekly lows. It's ciao Bella.
It's gone.
Yeah.
Here it goes. By the way, if you guys are in position there, move stops to break even. Make it a risk-free discount. Shouldn't free flip bullish if it wants to drive down here, obviously. We stayed out because every time we have a top wick, chances of us driving down is very low.
Oh,
this is lovely. Look at this. Nice push there. Dude, towards that TP for 37 pips. Clean. Sometimes you just gotta embrace the pain. You know, it's just a beautiful trade. I would never enter a position with no top wick. So that's just me. And it's fine, right? It's fine. Just know the difference between good profits and bad profits, right? And the reason I'm saying like good profits and bad profits is just because like even if you were to win a trade here, you get the whole, oh yeah, I just won a trade, cool, whatever. But it just layered down the road, like taking these entries here with no top wicks is very sketch. And I'll say over like 100 trades, of 100 trades, you'll probably win those trades 40% of the time, out of 100% of the time, of 100 trades, sorry. So that's why I stayed out at least. Right, and we've seen it live on the stream so many times where we warn you guys, we have no bottom wicks, no top wicks, and the price comes up, right? So same thing goes even if you were to be in the position. I mean, big ups if you caught it, W. But this position I would have probably taken last year. This year I've learned to not take these positions anymore, and I've learned to accept the fact that not every trade is a good trade. Could you explain why this no bottom wick such a big deal after some other traders consider that as not having? Yeah, so there's different types of no bottom wicks. There's we can clip this. There's let's say price were to come down here like this and it closes like this with no bottom wick. Cool. No bottom wick means that there's no range to go down on a bearish candle, right? The reason why it has no range to go down again is, let's say for instance you have this on the hourly candle. This is definitely a wick now. This is definitely a wick, right? Meaning that there's range to go down. If this were to be drawn a 15-minute time frame here, so let's say this is a 1 hour time frame. That's one hour candle. This now is a 15-minute time frame right here. How will this look on a 15-minute time frame? Well, we'll look something like this probably. We'll be bearish. We'll drop down 2, 3, and the last candle will be the candle that closes bullish to give us a bottom wick, obviously, because we have to have a top wick somewhere, right? So this is where it's gonna be at. So now if you look, if you line it up, you had a resistance up here, you have support down here, and you have another support right around here. This wick, that wick that we formed right there, is now a range being formed because you form support and then you form resistance. That wick is now a range, right? Because that wick equals this. Therefore, when price comes down to fill the wick, fill the range, all that happens is price is just coming down like this, and on a 15-minute time frame, just closing back in a range at resistance to continue back down to retest the lows. So that's what happens when we have a bottom wick, right? Now, it's different from when you have this now. So obviously that example that I drawn was for this. We have no bottom wicks. And then now when you have this, it's a bit different. Because now we're closing bullish with no bottom wick, right? So what this means, let me erase this one. What this means is just that, how many times have you guys seen candles with bottom wicks and top wicks usually on closures, right? On closures, how many times have you seen that? Probably like 85% of the time you see candles with bottom wicks, especially on bullish candle. Go back on your charts, look at every bullish candle. 80% of the time they'll have a top wick or a bottom wick. 80% of the time, right? So when they don't, what makes you think price will still drive in that direction with a high probability? when 85% of the time those counts have those bottom wicks and those top wicks to it. Right, so there's different types of no bottom wicks, no top wicks. There's different scenarios. I know it gets very confusing, but yeah, you'll adjust to it over time. You'll get used to it. I think what I'm gonna do, chat, is I'm gonna have a sell stop placed right below these wicks here, because the 15 close below, I'm gonna enter half risk of my positions, because if I get stopped out, I'm gonna wait for this 4-hour candle close, obviously, right? But I'm gonna have a sell stop right around here, and as we I'll have my stop loss above the current candle high for around 30 pips. TP is gonna be down here for 75 pips. That's what I'm doing in this situation. I'm in a position here, chat.
I see you, Marcos.
My position is like this. You got a sell stop got activated here. Stop loss is the current candle lows, current candle highs, sorry, and TP is down here for around 76 pips. The whole idea behind the trade here was the fact that we closed below this range here on the 15-minute time from here. So I'm willing to take the position using the current candle stops as my high. Current candle high is my stop, sorry. Right? Since you can't obviously use the previous candle highs, since that would be around 100 pips. So that wouldn't make any sense. See, we break the lows. Can we break the lows
again? There's
Nice.
a push.
Nice.
Needs one more push, and you could probably get your stops to break even.
I'll say like,
There it is.
there's your 10 pips. Gonna move my stops to break even here, making this a risk-free trade, chat. Gonna actually close my half of my positions here, and then leave a runner until TP. Nice. I respected it, chat. I'm gonna close my positions right here fully. I left a 1 lot run in. Actually, yeah, I'm close right here. Closing the full positions on that position itself. On a 3 lot, I was able to secure with the half closing at around 10 pips. With this closing, I secured around $700 on a 3 lot. So technically around 20 pips on that position. But chat, I just want you guys to understand also as well. Yesterday's position that we took yesterday was nothing different. Nothing different. We took a loss yesterday. We bought above the range as we closed above. Same thing we did today. Yesterday we got stopped out for what, 8 pips. Today we took the same trade and we won 35 pips, taking the same exact position, right? So nothing has changed. Also, another thing as well, if you missed this morning's positions, no top wicks, no bottom wicks, that whole mess this morning, and you didn't get FOMO, congrats. Hats off for you for not taking any positions and waiting patiently for this trade here, because you got rewarded for it, right? But if you were to take a bunch of round trades this morning, you know, this trade wouldn't satisfy you as much. Hey Don, I'm trading from last 3 months and I am hearing big loss. I'm bearing big loss. What should I do? Should I stop trading or keep practicing? I think it comes down to how much do you want? How much do you want it in FX? Sounds cringy as fuck, but how much do you want it in FX? Like, how much are you willing to put in the effort to figure out what you're doing wrong, the percentages of what you're doing wrong versus the percentages of what you're doing all right? You know, figure out everything that you're doing from like literally start to finish. When you wake up, start your session. Like, are you trading at the wrong time? Next thing, drawing support resistance. Are you drawing at the wrong levels? How are you drawing them? Does it make sense to you why you're drawing here? You know, so being able to answer everything that you do, and having the, I guess enjoying the process of learning these things and being able to accept the fact that you will lose money. As you know, especially at the start, you will lose money. It does take time. You won't change your life over a trade. You won't change your life because you flipped your account one time. You know, it takes a lot more time. That you will go through times where you flip your account and then you lose it all, then you're down bad, and then you start to pick back up again and you fall back to your same old habits again. And then it's a matter of just picking yourself up and being able to adapt and adjust to the markets. All right, so it comes down to that. As cringy as it sounds, the number one tip I can give you, number one tip. And also, yeah, consistency, being able to do the same thing every day. Yeah, if you get passionate, you keep going. Yeah, you gotta be passionate though. Like, I don't know, when I traded FX, I was passionate, like, to a point where it was unhealthy. But like, I really, ever since I started trading, I've never like took a break. Like, I took a 2-week break last year but not because I was losing money or anything, but like, I never took a break grinding wise. When I was starting up, like, I love doing what I was doing. I love marking up. I love finding ways to get better. But that was always me though. I have an addictive personality, so I got very addicted to the charts. And over time, I've learned not to get too addicted and I learned that the less time you spend on your charts is the more money you make long term. So obviously that's why we do what we do now. You know, we stream for 2.5 hours, catch a trade, cool. Don't catch a trade, whatever, cool. Call it a day, move on tomorrow, look for some stuff tomorrow. Not gonna change the strategy tomorrow just because, you know, we did X and X today.